Hello Scorpio, I am Ulrich, I am a Lenormand card reader, and today we will do your classic Lenormand card reading. We have no preset goals, we have no topic, we just follow the cards, but mostly if we do the classic Lenormand card readings, soon a topic comes out or several topics that are important for you at that moment will appear out of the cards. So Scorpio, we just go along with it. We just start with your card reading for the month of May 2020. Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to your classic Lenormand card reading for the month of May. As your first card here on your person, we have the garden. The garden is that probably important meetings are going to take place or have been taken place not so long ago here. This probably was very important for you, and it might be related. We have the child in the middle to a new beginning or a new chapter in our life here. It's possible also in our profession or in the place that we might be in the center of the attention. We might be an important part of the place where we are working here. Anyway, it points mostly also to positivity here and new beginnings, especially on the career front, because we have the lily here, and the lily represents the career. And the middle card here, we have the child. It points to new beginnings. If we go in new fields or if we start something new in our child, the child is that something new. We might be inexperienced in some areas where we are going, or something is new in our life that we are inexperienced with. It's possible that we ourselves are very experienced in our profession, but the situation that we are coming in is new. This is what we are seeing here. It's like we take our first steps in a new direction here, and it's with little small steps here that we are actually coming into our path where we need to be. The best way to handle this is handling it in a playful way, learn from our mistakes. If we are in new situations, this would make the situation more comfortable. We cannot be too robot-like, too structured. We need to enter this new chapter in a playful way. That would be the best way according to the cards here. That is what they suggest here for you. And then we're going to start with mirroring the cards here. We see the garden and the person card here. I put them both here because this is a general reading. So the garden and the person card here, it means that you will meet, you or your partner will meet with an important figure, probably related to the career, as we saw there here. This meeting is very important for you, and it will probably bring more structure in your life. It could bring a higher position because the tower is a high position. So if you have been applying or if you've been wanting a new job or a higher position, this points that you will grow out, or you are grown out the position that you are currently in, and you want to move on. This could apply for you as a man or a woman. If you are a couple, it could be your partner that is coming in this new position. For instance, if you're a man and it don't apply on you, it could apply on your wife or on your partner. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, this could be a field that we are coming in. That is, if you're a woman, for instance, this could be a field that there's a lot of men around you. So you could be, for instance, you come in a university or in a school, and the most of your colleagues, if you're a woman, would be men. If you're a man, this will not be such an adjustment because you're a man. But for women, they could come in a culture of all men, and you, as a woman, you could be one of the few women there in that area. This is what we are seeing here, the professional area. Also, it means that the person, they might be implementing freedom in the job. This is what we are seeing here. The rest of the colleagues could be quite structured, but you might be different then, because the garden wants freedom. It wants a different approach. And sometimes it means we come in areas or jobs that are a little bit, that the dust need to be taken off. We come in a dusty environment like that, that we need to take the dust off of, or the old boys club here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, this points to male-dominated societies that we could be expecting here with this card here. Also, what we need to see here, it's possible that if you come in this new job, that people are very inquisitive. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, but your colleagues could be quite inquisitive in a structural way. It's like they want to establish who exactly where you are. And sometimes you could have the feeling that they don't respect certain boundaries. And if that happens, it's possible that you withdraw. If you see they want to cross certain borders from your privacy, you will put the limitations, because the tower is borders and limitations, and you will not allow that. You will want your personal freedom, and you will probably keep the two areas separated very strictly. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible also that the way we dress could be quite formal for the job, because we have the tower here, and the tower is quite formal. This is what we are seeing here, because we could be in the public eye. Sometimes also this combination is if you're in a if you are in a political career, you move on in a higher position in your political career. We also have a big network of people around us here. This is what we are seeing here, but this is mostly a male-dominated world here, or a female. If you're, I didn't say that area yet. It's possible if you are a man, you come in a female-dominated world. So the opposite for a man could apply. So you could be the only man in this culture. So also these women that are surrounding you, if you're a man, they could be quite inquisitive towards you. And same as I said earlier, you will put up certain boundaries for your privacy. Then we're gonna mirror the bottom cards, the letter and the lily here. Here we see that there is a job offer coming to us. Maybe you applied, and here we get the result of the job offer. This is the lucky card of the deck, and you already know what this means. It means if you have applied for a job, this is very positive here for you. Any job that you applied for, you will have positive results, because you have the lucky card of the deck here. So I'm assuming here, even though the interview might have been a little bit stressing, and maybe it was important, and there were certain structures, or there were some people there during the interview that were quite dominant, but the result that came out is very good. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Sometimes also, if you're younger and we come in a certain job offer, we will need to see here that we can show all our documents here, because this points also to degrees. If you're an older person, maybe they ask you to bring all your degrees here. Maybe it's a requirement. Maybe they are not trusting the situation, but mostly it goes everything very smooth here with this combination. If you need a specific license for what you are about to do, this means also that these licenses are approved. No matter what profession, maybe there's a license required somehow, and that is attached to your degree. So this means the licenses here coming in here. On another way, if you are engaged, this means that we have a lot of communication here with a partner. Since we have the lily here, it could point that our partner is mature also, or older. Maybe the partner is wiser, more mature, because the lily is a very matured card. Also, there will be sexual exchanges here. This is what we are seeing here, no matter what your age is. There is a passionate communication, maybe by telephone, because we have the letter here. It might be the old-fashioned way with letters here. This is what we are seeing here. Maybe this person is more the romantic type, or you are the romantic type, and there's some exchange here of communication, maybe the old-fashioned way. Anyway, there will be invitations. You will invite a partner, or the partner will invite you on sexual adventure. And with the clovers in the middle, it's high likely that you approve of it, or that you go into this situation, because the messages that you are receiving from this person, they contain a certain wisdom that you like, even though that the content is a little bit sexual tainted. It might be still that this person exactly says what you want to hear. This is what we are seeing here. In another way, this points, if you need legal documents for the job, these legal documents here are coming in here. It could be very old documents that you didn't use. Maybe you have certain degree that is already for a very long time in the closet, if you're already more mature, and you need to find it here for forwarding this degree here. With this combination of cards. Maybe this interview that you had before, it could have been that it's already several months ago, and now you suddenly you have news of that. This is what we are seeing here with this combination of cards. Anyway, there will be a lot of communication here. There is a certain level here in the communication. The communication is not in a low level, even though the messages are tainted in a certain area. Still, there's a level. There's a certain level here. This is what we are seeing here with this communication of. There are certain morals still connected here with this card and with these cards combination. This is what we are seeing here. There's a kind of, even though it relates to, if it would relate to the sexuality, still the communication that we are seeing here, it has a peaceful basic. This is what we are seeing here. There is no fast forward here. It all goes a little bit smooth, clean. There are no false pretenses. There is no manipulation. Everything is opening itself very honest. Then we gonna go in the vertical lines. Here we get the garden, the bear, and the letter. So this is a little bit in the past. This is the near past or the past. It depends. It can go a little bit both ways. This is the now and this is the future. So here we see that our social status is about to improve because the bear expands everything. So it means that your social status, your image, it becomes more important for you. Probably you had an important meeting, as I said, and the result of this meeting could lead here to new changes in the job here. It's possible that you had a job interview before and this person now is your boss. But you yourself also, it could go two ways. It could mean that during that interview, if you're already a long time in the same job or in the same position, they checked you out if you cannot go to the highest position. This is what we are seeing here. Since you have the tower here, and the tower often represents the highest position. So it could be that you're already there for a long time, but maybe you displayed that you're dissatisfied with always the same patterns, and maybe you mentioned to a colleague like this or like that, and you said if there is no improvements, maybe I apply for something else, and this is what we are seeing here. So it can go both ways. So here it's also possible that there is an improvement in your job, or you become the boss of your boss. This is possible also, but maybe there is an interview that was before here. This is what we are seeing here. But anyway, there will be a lot of communication here with our boss, or we become in a very responsible position here. This is what we are seeing here. Also, this points to popularity. Our popularity increases here. This is what we are seeing here. The public image. If you are, for instance, come in a responsible position, you will pay a lot of attention to the way you communicate with the media. You want to create a certain image for the institution, for the work that you are doing. So the image of the institution, the job, the firm that you're working, if it's your own firm, it will be very important. The way you display your firm is very important for you. This is what we are seeing here. But as I said here, you will have a very big influence. If you work for a big company, you will have a big influence, a big saying in the matter, and they probably will follow you because this is the card of management. So you will be followed. Your advice will be followed here. This is what we are seeing here. This points also to a lot of experience in the field that we are seeing here. We are able here to dominate publicly. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. You will be probably very happy in the position that you are coming here. It's possible also, if you achieve this post and you are married, for instance, that you celebrate with your partner. There's a partying going on, also a high status party. Also, it's possible if you, for instance, would go in a CEO position. This means that you are invited for a party. You give invitations for a party. There could be a party here for your advancement in life. This is what we are seeing here. This will be in a social group here that we are belonging to, and probably the people that are there belonging to that social community, to that kind of status community. This is what we are seeing here with this kind of combination. It's also possible that the people that are there, they are all very strong opinionized. This is what we are seeing here. But anyway, you belong here to the same echelon, as to say. Anyway, if you are in a public position or you come in a public position, you will be seen as a very charismatic figure. This is what we are seeing here. This is good leadership abilities here that we are seeing here. You have a lot of influence on the media, and the media has a lot of influence on you. So you know how to play the public. This is what we are seeing here. But the networks here are very strong. Then we have the bear and the letter here. This is important news that is coming from us. Again, here we see the communication from a manager for somebody in charge here. But I'm thinking here, it's about us. We are moving up. I think here, you become the boss of your boss. This is what I'm thinking here, and that's probably what this interview is about. Anyway, we see also that there are legal contracts involved here. There's some legality here that you'll be involved. Sometimes also this points to courts. So it's possible that if you are a lawyer, you go to the position of judge. If you are a judge, you go to a higher position as a judge. So you go higher up in what you are already familiar with. This is what we are seeing here in the educational field. Here you become responsible for a school. You become a deacon of a school, something like that. Here you come in a higher position. If you work in a hospital, you will become the responsible for the doctors. This is what we are seeing here. If you are in the field, the labor field, you will become responsible for the people around you. But you come in a very high position here. Suddenly, this is what we are seeing here with this combination. Also, there is financial attachment here. You will have some responsibility regarding the expenses for the institution that you are working for, because the bear is money, and these are the money documents. So there will be some responsibility and some management also from the money. You will have management responsibilities here. This is what we are seeing here. But here we see also that you sign the contract. This is what we are seeing here, and the cards are very very good here. There is no worries here for signing the contracts, but you will need to keep to the agreement, because we have the tower here, and the tower wants to keep the agreements here. There will be a strictness in the contract, so you will need to follow the contract. This is what we are seeing here. What we see here, also, sometimes I didn't mention the insurance sector could also be involved here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, you will be, for instance, if you would be a public figure, like a politician, sometimes this points also that you are the one responsible what is put out there to the media. So if you are, for instance, a politician, you are responsible for that. You decide what goes out and what stays in, what is made public for the public. This is what we are seeing here. And also sometimes you will express your authority. People will see here that you are an authority figure here with this combination of cards. Then we go in the second vertical line. We have the tower and the child here. If there were some difficulties in the past, people who made your life sour for a certain position, or people who Saturned you or held you back, you will move on that. You will forgive, you will forget, and the communication, it's like you make the balance here. You will forgive and forget, move on. We start with a new slay here. We start, we move on here, we restart here, we release the past, we forgive and forget, we realize we're in different position, we cannot hold a grudge here, and we move on here with this combination. Anyway, this will be a very prosperous year to come for you here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. If this is, for instance, a school year, this could be a very prosperous year here for you to come here, or a working year. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, there is forgiveness. If there was some problems with certain person, with certain authorities, with certain managers here, you will forgive and you will move on. And if you do so, it will give you more luck. If you move on and you say, okay, everything is forgiven and forgotten, it will bring positivity. It will be very prosperous here if you do so. As I said here, with this combination, it's possible also in a way that we are responsible for younger people, because we have the child here. So I said here, it could be going in multiple directions here, but there is a responsibility, an authority here over children, with children. Children could be somehow connected to it, or it's a new beginning. This is what we are seeing here. If we have children of our own, personally, and these children, there could be a distance with our children, and maybe it's time for a break. Maybe it's not a bad thing. If there was an argument with a child, we could forgive and forget, and there could be a temporary distance with our children. So this is what we are seeing here. If you are an educator, it means you will keep distance from your students. This is what we are seeing here also with this combination of cards. Anyway, this points also, if our children would be students, we will support them. We will support them financially for their career. We will be responsible here. This is what we are seeing here. It's like we are protecting our children. Sometimes also this points to child protective services. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible also that it's in that area, since we have the child there. Anyway, we will see here that we keep a pure mind towards the children. We will be very responsible here towards our job. Then we have the child and the clovers here. This is a very lucky beginning. If things are starting to work out, this will be a very good start here that you are having here. If you will be very traditional, children will recognize the way you act and react. There will be a kind of tradition there. And you want, if people are around you and there are new beginnings for employees, whatever, you want them to be happy. You want them to be lucky. And that's why people probably like the way you act and react. You're quite popular here with this combination of cards. Of course, we cannot underestimate the strength of Scorpio, because Scorpio is a very strong sign. So there will be some kind of strength here and respect here with this combination of cards. Also, you will see that things will go smooth. You don't like too much trouble around you. You like that everything is worked out in a structural way. Everything is done at the right time. This is what we are seeing here. You will probably keep a very strict control on your environment here. But also we will be open and curious for new things, because the child is curious. We will try out new things. This is what we are seeing here, but we will keep the structures, but we are open-minded for new things also. This is what we are seeing here. We will approach it with some playfulness, but still there is a serious touch to it. This is what we are seeing here. You will be handling the situation delicately. If something happens, you will be very delicate. This is what we are seeing here. Then we have the person card and in the book here. This points that whatever field of work that you are very experienced in your field of work. You have a lot of knowledge. You studied a lot about it. You have a lot of knowledge. It's possible that you still are educating yourself more. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. It means that you are here because we have the lily here. This is knowledge and this is experience, and this is on the long run. So you know exactly what you're doing here with this combination of cards. This is a knowledgeable person, a person who knows what he says, educated. Also, sometimes it means that if people talk to us, Scorpion sometimes don't reveal everything they know. They keep sometimes information back. This is not a bad thing necessarily, but you have more knowledge than people think. It means you have a lot of knowledge. And if people ask you about it, you will be structural about it and not reveal everything. This is what we are seeing here also with this combination of part, but you will have a lot of knowledge here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. This points to intellectual smartness, teachers, writers. This is what we are seeing here. If people come to you, you have the information. So for instance, in the job that your staff comes to you and they ask like this or that, you have the information related to the job. This is what we are seeing here. This is the person who has the answers related to the job. This is what we are seeing here. This points to, but there is a mystery, as I said here. People can sometimes not, cannot see. They know there is something in the depth and they don't understand. There is a mystery. There's always a mystery around Scorpio. You don't know how, people don't realize sometimes how deep the water of Scorpio is. This is what we are seeing here. Even though you're a scientist, a researcher, this could be possible also, but there's a lot of knowledge here. This is what we are seeing here. What we have here also, if you could be you could be very good judgments. This is what we are seeing here. Maybe you see the deeper side and you could have a very good judgments in your experience, the field where you're working in. This is what we are seeing here. You see certain truths. This is what we are seeing here. People will slowly also get to know a side of you that maybe they didn't see before. This is what we are seeing here. I'm not going to say here that you will reveal your whole personality, but they will see another side of you. This is what we are here, and this will go in a slow way since we have the tower there with this combination. Then we have the book and the lily. These are all book associated professions that could be here: educator, insurance, anything here that we are writing. It's possible also that even though you come in a responsible position, you write essays, you write book, you write your experiences. This is what we are seeing here with this combination of cards. This is what we are seeing here. But there are very positive career changes here coming here. You're very passionate here about what you're doing here with this combination. If you're a single person or if you are divorced, this means also that we get sexual offers. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, but somehow in a structural way, there are offers, and you will be aware of these offers, and probably you will go into it, but maybe in a slow way, because the lily is a slow card. So probably you will not display this in the beginning. Nobody will know about this. There will be some secrecy about that. It's possible if you come in a relationship and this is, you're not sure, because you come in this new position, you will be very discreet. This is what we are seeing here also with this combination of cards. Literally, we could hide the relation till we are sure here with this combination. In another way, if we have a lot of stress here because of this new position, also it means that we go to massage parlors, we go to spas, we relax ourselves also with this combination of cards here. But this is a very experienced person, as I said here. There's a lot of passion for your job here. Probably this person has a lot of education, sometimes multiple degrees, experience in several fields here. This is what we are seeing here. Sometimes also, it means if we get a sexual invitation, I'm just saying here, that we are in conflict. Are we going into that, or should I think about my position, or how far will I go? This is what we are seeing here. There's a conflict here between the intellectuality and the sensual pleasures. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. But if you engage, the results in the sensuality will be very high quality. There will be a very high level here. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible that both partners are already experienced here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination of cards. If there is some spirituality here, this points also to high forms of spirituality. This is what we are seeing here, because we are in a role model position, and we are very aware of that. So that is part of the reason why we will not display, or we will be very careful, because we are in a role model here. We need to keep, as to say, keep a clean image. This is what we are seeing here. So the affair in the beginning, if you start this out, if you are not married, it will be very kept secret. What I don't see here in the cards is if you're married, there is no out of the relationship here. All cards are very solid. That is not the case here. So if you are a single person, this is very good. There is nothing of that kind here. The other party has no intentions for going out. There's seriousness here. There's no half-heartedness. There is no third party involved. Everything is correct here according to the cards. But in the relationship, if you start a new relationship, you will keep secrets, of course. Then we have the garden, the child, and the lily. I just see if I can add something here. So we come in a new group of people here. We come in a new area. We already saw this here. We have a lot of communication with people, especially on the professional front. There's a lot of communication. If we are an educator, a lot of communication with the children here. Also, there will be a kind of fun attitude. Because we come in this position, we are more accessible. Maybe before we are more structured, but now that we are in this higher position, we could open up more in our profession. It's like we feel better because we feel that the position that we are in, we are satisfied. It satisfies us. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. But we could be a little bit inexperienced here in certain network circles, certain public relations. This is what we are seeing here. If you are a younger person, sometimes this points that we bring our children to the daycare. And if you were a long time involved with your child, it doesn't matter if you're the mother of the father, because sometimes it's the father also who takes for a certain period care of the child. It's possible here. I said earlier, there's a distance from the child. So if you come in another position and you both start working again, this points there is distance from the child. Maybe this is the daycare and this is the distance. So this is possible if your child is younger also with this combination, or your child might studying in an institution that is very high placed, but maybe it's not coming home every night. So it's like it stays there in the school for sleeping. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. This is possible also, and he or she will make a lot of new friends. And the group of friends that we are making, the school that this person is in, it could be private education, but the schools has very high standards. This is what we are seeing here. This could be a private education that has a very high standard, and it will work out very well for your children here, because we have the lucky card of the deck here. There will be a lot of social contacts here with the same group of people. There are new social circles for them here. This is what we are seeing here. I wanted to add. Then we have the child and the lily here. The child and the lily here. This points to the new career. I said that here already. We could be very careful what we are doing for our image here in all the way here. We could hide up. I already said that here. Sometimes also it points here to anti-conception that we are using. This is also what we are seeing here with this combination of cards. Also, this points to creativity. We will be very creative, new approach towards our work. Maybe we are studying new approaches towards our job. Even though we have a lot of experience, we might still try to find new angles for our job here. This is what we are seeing here. There's a certain art form involved, a certain creativity. You will want to approach the position that you're in an artistic way. Even though it has a very structural environment, you will still try to find some creativity in it. Especially with the lily, you will do so. This is what we are seeing here with this combination of cards. Then we have the child and the lily on itself here. This is that we have a lot of responsibility. We will be very protective to our staff, to the people around us. This is what we are seeing here. Again, we see the promotion here with these cards. Then we have the man or the person card, and the woman and the child and the letter here. This points probably these are your children. If you have your own children, this points to your own children. The communication could be, this is formal. So it's possible before you're more closer to your children, but for a certain period, I already told you from the distance here, that the communication towards your children could be more formal in a way, because the letter is formal, it's serious. This is what we are seeing here with this combination of cards. Anyway, for some people, if you are younger, this could mean, but it will be not for everybody, of course, that you receive news from a pregnancy. So this is possible also, because this is an important document regarding to a child. So it's possible also that if you're a woman, that you receive news in that area. If this means that if you're younger, if you already have children, as I said, there could come some distance here with this combination. For people that are older, it means it could also mean their grandson or their grandchild, their granddaughter, that there's a lot of serious communication with the grandchild. This is what we are seeing here with this combination of cards. Then we have the child and the letter. This is happy news, very good messages here from your children, from your grandchildren. As I said here, there will be, if this is with your grandchildren, it's possible that you approach it in a, grandchildren mostly we approach in a more light way. We are less strict with our grandchildren. We are aware that we have made mistakes with our children, and the approach towards, if it's related to your grandchildren, will be more light. So it will be more easier to take your phone and send an SMS to your grandchild. This is what we are seeing here. The communication could be lighter. Maybe the child, he talks to you about his schooling and you reply this and this, but there's a light touch. You will not be very parental. Of course, you will be a grandparent, but the advice will be more mature, wise. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. There could be a lot of short communication here if we have grandchildren. This is what we are seeing here. We could experience, we could be very protective, that we think, oh, he or she is very innocent, I need to protect here. You're like the bear, you want to protect your cubs here. This is what we are seeing here, even though you're a grandparent. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Sometimes also, if we are in a certain field of work, something might be hidden for a long time in the institution, in the place where you're working. And it might that you start the communication about a certain topic, but it's subconsciously. And you open that topic, you start about that topic, and suddenly the sphere, the atmosphere becomes very serious. And it's like you open the can of worms. You have discovered something without it's actually your intention. So if you come in this new position, this could appear also. So you suddenly touch the topic. I'm not saying it's taboo, but it could be that it's long time not talked about. It could be about structures here that we are seeing here. It could be about certain dominations. This is what we are seeing here with this combination of cards. This is what you could have here also with these cards. But you will be unaware of it, but you could experience a certain silence, like you think to yourself, what is happening here? And you didn't realize it, but you actually touched something very sensitive. This is what we are seeing here. It's like for instance, you know, like your children or your grandchildren, they say some innocent truth, and then you think, where did they get that? But sometimes the truth comes out of the mouth of a child, and you could experience this the same way. You say something, and suddenly this is you're touching the truth without you actually realizing it. So Scorpio, this is all for this month. I hope you get a little bit wiser out of this card reading. Anyway, if you want more information financially, we do also philosophical financial card readings. And we, of course, we do then the spiritual card readings, the three you can put together and you have a better overview for the month to come. But these are very positive cards that we are having here. Anyway, thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And we see each other next time. Bye-bye for now.